Hello. This is crazy. I don't know how I did this all the time a year and a half ago. Okay, I'm looking at myself already. Hi, it's been a while. I don't know how to do this anymore. I don't know how I did this like a lot for like 3 years, like all the time. I did this situation. That's kind of crazy. So, hi. I'm a little sick and you probably can hear that in my voice. I guess I'm here doing a life update. Not that anyone really cares that much, and I kind of have like an announcement or just something that I want to let people know that are interested. So if you're watching this, hopefully you're interested. But I was inspired recently because Katie from Katie-tastic, booktube legend, you probably know her. She recently made like her comeback to booktube, and I loved her video, and I was watching it and she was talking about how she kind of like ghosted and just kind of stopped making content and just like peaced out. And that's basically what I did too. I just kind of like peaced out and just stopped posting like on YouTube and also on Instagram. Really, I haven't really like done a ton on my Bookstagram, and there's a couple reasons why. I have like a whole list in front of me of everything that I want to touch on, and there'll be like I'll do timestamps hopefully if I learn how to do that. But yes, I'm gonna do a little life update, talk you through where the hell have I been for the past like year and a half, what I've been up to, what's been going on. I don't know. My hair's much longer since we last saw each other. So first off, if you didn't know, and this isn't news because I've been working there now for like 2 years. It'll be in March and April, something like that. It'll be 2 years. But I work for LIBBY, if you didn't know that. I work in social media marketing, and I love it. It's kind of my dream job. I always wanted to work for a publishing company in marketing. LIBBY is not a publishing company by any means. It's a app company, but it's kind of like the next best thing because I don't think I'll ever live in New York City, so therefore I probably will never work in the publishing industry. But yeah, I work for LIBBY, and like I said, I do social media, which it's two of the things that I love. As you can see, I have a Bookstagram and a booktube. I love reading and I love doing social media things, but when it became my job, it was different. I remember my supervisor when I first started at LIBBY. He was like my supervisor at the time. He asked me if I was still going to be making booktube and bookstagram content, and I was like, yeah, I love doing it. Like, I'm gonna keep doing bookstagram and booktube. Lo and behold, not even a couple of months after I started working there, I slowly dwindled out from creating content because my whole job is about books and reading and LIBBY and audiobooks and ebooks and creating social media content. And then when I was done with that, like with the job at the end of the day, I just didn't want to make more content, and a lot of like the ideas and the original content that I was coming up with was for work, and then I didn't want to like recreate that for my personal Bookstagram or booktube or anything like that because it felt like unprofessional, I guess. Like, it felt weird to be recreating those for my personal like stuff. So I just stopped altogether, and there's a lot of different factors too as to why I stopped, and I'm gonna get into those. So I work for LIBBY. I still work for LIBBY, like I said. I do not run the LIBBY social channels. A lot of people think that because I say I work for LIBBY. I technically work for Overdrive, which is the company that owns LIBBY, and it owns a couple different apps like from the library, like Canopy, which is like LIBBY but for movies, Sora, which is a student reading app, and then we own something else. So I run other social channels for Overdrive, but I work for LIBBY, I guess. It's easier to say that way than all of that. So the catalyst of me leaving booktube was a big breakup that I went through like almost a year and a half ago now. I went through a breakup and I was a little depressed because of it. I was depressed about it for like 2 months. And those 2 months I was just kind of like, I don't want to do anything. Like we've all been, well, not all of us, but we've been through breakups. We know how we feel. We don't want to get out of bed. We don't want to go to work. We don't want to do anything. So that was how I was for the beginning period of when I was going through my breakup. And then after that, I came back, like when I was fine, I just didn't have like the inspiration. I was kind of in a rut. I didn't have any ideas for Bookstagram, Booktube, and to be quite honest, like making YouTube videos like this, like they just weren't bringing me joy. I had a lot of imposter syndrome. I kept questioning myself, like, is this good enough? Am I entertaining? Do I even have a personality? And it really got to like my mental health. So I just like, I didn't find joy in making videos, so I stopped making videos. As well, when I went through my breakup, I realized that I was so all consumed in this relationship that I didn't have, like, besides like my friend Jess, who watches my booktube, and she would go to my live reading sprints all the time, so maybe some of you guys know Jess. But besides Jess and another bookstagrammer, Sarita, I didn't have any friends like in real life. I had a couple friends from Bookstagram and Booktube. It was during a time that I was going through like some hard things, so kind of like all of those Bookstagram and Booktube friendships kind of like fizzled out, or they were just like on rocky waters. So I looked around and I realized I was alone, besides like my friend Jess, who I met through my ex-boyfriend. So like it was kind of like a weird connection, although we're still great friends and I'm so happy to have her. But yes, so I think the main thing that I wanted to do was focus in creating more like in real life friendships and relationships and an IRL book community. So I really focused the past year and a half on my book club in Cleveland here. I run a bi-monthly book club for a Latino Arts and Culture Centers for the community, for my community, the Hispanic Latino community. And we get to read books only by Hispanic and Latino authors, and it brings me so much joy. I have met so many people. I have made friends from my book club. I look forward to my book clubs bi-monthly every other month. And I have met so many people from it and so many experiences. And yes, I love my book club, and that was one of the things that I focused on a lot. And from realizing that I didn't have like a lot of friendships and relationships in my real life, I kind of put myself out there, and I have made, if you follow me like on my personal Instagram and stuff, you probably have seen a lot of new faces, and that's because I have like a ton of new friends that I met the past year and a half, who some don't even know that I have a YouTube channel. Like my bestest friend, her name's Catherine. I have a picture of her right there. I never made YouTube videos the whole time that I've known her, and I've known her for over a year now. And I literally texted her last night. I was like, I don't know if you know my lore, that I used to have a YouTube channel. And she was like, what the fuck? Like, I've never mentioned this to her. Some people know because of my Bookstagram, like, and it's not a secret, it's just something that I just stopped talking about. So yes, let me keep going down my list before I forget anything. So I have traveled. I did post on Instagram if anyone cared to know anything about my life, and a lot of people asked about my travels. I have traveled a lot. I'm very lucky that for Libby I get to travel for work. I've been to North Carolina, and I went to Las Vegas last year, and then I did a big birthday trip and I traveled solo by myself, this one, and I went to Italy, I went to Austria, Germany, and Switzerland, and I celebrated my birthday over there with 20 other strangers, and it was amazing. It was like a travel group experience. EF Ultimate Break, I've gotten a lot of questions about it because I posted my photos, and everyone thought that these people, because of my like little videos here and there. Everyone thought that I knew these people for like years. I had just met them. Like, and it was amazing, amazing experience. But yeah, I have done some traveling while I was away. I moved. That should have been like the first thing I mentioned. I moved. As you can see, this is a different setting. I have my little rainbow bookshelves and you can see my little ambiance on my TV. But I moved. I live by myself now and it's amazing. It is the best decision I've ever made. I love my mom, love my dad, but I'm a really independent person. I really wanted to experience living by myself at some point in my life. And when I was in a relationship, I thought that would never happen because I thought I was just gonna move in with my significant other at the time. And obviously that didn't happen, thank God. So now I live alone and it's the best thing ever. I love it so much. I love my space. Every day feels like a self-care night. It's amazing. My relationship with my mom is the best it's ever been. I think just living together wasn't for us. Even though I did it for like 25 years. Exciting thing too, I am writing a book, which is crazy. And if anyone cares to like see anything about that, let me know. I'd love to share anything. I'm writing a book, which is crazy to say. I've shared a little bit on my Instagram about it. I started during like the NaNoWriMo November month. But I've been on and off with it. And it's a lot about my travels that I did, that I mentioned earlier in Europe. So I'm writing, which is crazy. And lastly, if you've made it to this far, hopefully you did, the big announcement or thing that I just wanted to say, first of all, I do not think that I will be back in this capacity of like making videos. This just, I mean, sometimes, I don't know, never say never. That was such a weird sentence, but never say never that I'll never make YouTube videos again. But I don't think I will be back in this capacity. Definitely not reading vlogs. Those gave me so much anxiety. I don't even know why I kept doing them. I don't know if I'll ever do like a sit down video again, ever. But like I said, the thing that I wanted to tell you guys is that I've been hinting at it on my Instagram. But the one thing that brought me the most joy about BookTube was my weekly live reading sprints. I would go live for like 3 to 4 hours every Tuesday for months and months. And we created such a nice little community there. Like I knew some of my regulars that would come every single Tuesday and read, and we would chat about the books that we're reading. And I miss that so much. I miss having the community. I miss having like that time that I read every Tuesday, because I have also, my reading has dwindled. I read 70 books, which is a lot, but I read like 100 books the past couple of years before that. So my reading has dwindled. I don't have like set times or like a set routine for my reading anymore. I just kind of read when I can. And I really want to get back into reading that way that we did. Like every Tuesday, we read for hours and we chatted and we had a blast. So my whole spiel and the whole video is about the fact that I am coming back in a live stream capacity. So I want to live stream on Tuesdays, Tuesday evenings, like we used to. I think I usually started at 7 p.m. so that'll probably be when I do that again. But yeah, so hopefully on Tuesdays you're free and you can come hang out with me and we can read and we can chat and we can have a little community again on Tuesday nights that reads together. And hopefully I can have some people on. I've mentioned it to some friends and they are interested in joining live reading sprints again. So yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else. So hopefully I will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.